gonna fail you in school.
Well, this is the last week for these two classes, so it's fine. I have a 96 in one and a 99 in the other.
Oh yeah, you'll be fine.
Yeah, I can feasibly like type half this assignment, turn it in, get like a 50 on the assignment, but and still get like a 90 in the class.
Nice. I have 3 bosses left in Elden Ring to fight, including the final one. I have to fight. Well, I don't want to spoil them for you, but I just know I have to fight 3.
Have you gone to Jagged Peaks yet?
I don't think so. No, I think that's the area beyond the woods, right?
It's like all the way to the east.
Yeah, I'm working my way there right now.
So there's like 5 bosses on that trail.
Okay, nice.
One of which is a really fun fight. I'm gonna be honest. I know for a fact I could have done this boss solo, but there's a quest associated with it to summon someone, so I kind of just sucked it up.
But for now, I'm actually I'm gonna take a little bit of a break because I've been grinding that nonstop. What were you feeling, Eric? Did you want to play Monster Hunter, Hill Divers?
How far did you want to go in Monster Hunter without Connor?
Let's see. I think we played together. We're at Nargacuga and Glavenus.
Ooh, if you're gonna fight Glavenus, let me in on that.
Just smack it.
He's.
I might be down to fight some Glavenus.
Awesome.
He has the coolest tail cut. Besides, I think maybe Volcana.
Definitely.
I love it when it goes flying and like clings into the ground like a sword out of like some sort of fantasy movie.
I just want to know what evolutionary stressors and/or sticking points led to a dinosaur growing a sword out of its ass.
Yeah,
Drugs
and
mostly.
being able to ignite it with its saliva. What the fuck?
I'm just built different.
Oh, I have 4 bosses left. I have 4. I forgot about this one dragon. I haven't fought yet.
What's the name of the dragon?
Fail.
Okay, so I fought Bale last night. That's the one that has a quest associated with it.
I think I found the guy that starts the quest. He's like screaming on the side of the road.
Egon?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think on my next playthrough where I'm not going to be trying to complete all of the things, I'm just going to ignore Egon.
Let's see. What is left?
Actually, I think it's a pretty funny coincidence that I've been playing Monster Hunter and Elden Ring a whole lot because they added a bunch of new weapon types to Elden Ring, Eric, and one of them is called the Great Katana, and the moveset is ripped straight from the longsword from Monster Hunter. Like, I saw side by side.
I saw that post. Yeah.
The Dragon Hunter's
that was
Great
so
Katana,
cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hayao Miyazaki, you've done it again.
Yeah.
I don't see... I can appreciate him adding new weapons, but like he already has Guts Greatsword in. I don't know why he needs to add anything else.
I've been running my current build. I was doing like a Sacred Blade Faith build. That it was basically just me using the Michelin Straight Sword, which when you use Sacred Blade on it, turns the damage into 100% Faith scale damage.
Oh, wow.
But for this one boss, it doesn't really work super well, so I switched to Blood Stars, which is like this giant morning star that procs bleed.
Not me trying to parry my way through most of the game, if I can.
Honestly, this can be hugely beneficial for you to do it. If you can parry almost all the bosses that I bitch about, you'll have no problem with.
But no, I've been forcing myself to get down parrying, and it's super rewarding.
Yeah.
I don't doubt that's true. I have this mental deficiency where if I don't have big sword slamming, then I don't have as much fun.
You'd be a great sword user in Monster Hunter.
Very true.
That's
very true.
That's the weapon I want to use when I start playing Monster Hunter.
It's the slowest weapon in the game, but does the largest amount of damage on a single hit by a country mile.
Mm-hmm. And then you can graduate to Hammer, which is, in my opinion, the better great sword.
I agree. Shorter range, but a lot more fun.
Oh, absolutely. Plus, it's the only weapon that you can. Well, okay, you can Beyblade with the dual blades, but no one Beyblades like the hammer down a hill.
Yeah. I have a clip somewhere of me killing my first bear off by like rolling down the slope in the Wildspire Waste and just Beyblading along its back with the hammer until it died. This was like 2018. I thought it was the coolest thing I'd ever done in a video game, and that I had basically peaked in that moment.
No one can stop me now.
It's weird because I feel like I've had moments where I peak in Elden Ring, where it's like on Mesmer when I went the entire like first phase only getting hit once. I was like, "There's nothing I'm doing that's better than this."
Yeah. You can ask Connor. He was listening to me fight Mesmer for like an excruciating 3 hours, and on one of my tries, I was like you. I didn't get hit the entire first phase. And I said, "Oh my God, Connor, I'm becoming Neo. I can see the lines of code in Elden Ring. I can read it." And then, like, as soon as it gets to second phase,
Just dead.
I thought I had enough time to drink my Wondrous Flask. Totally did not, and got absolutely fucking flattened by the instant supernova that his snake form does.
Yep. Yep.
It was very frustrating.
If you can't tell, I did the same fucking thing.
That was me when I was fighting Malekith. I got his parrying frames down, and I'm like, I got really good at the first part, and then the second part comes in. I'm like, well, I'm gonna relearn this whole bitch, and I'm also gonna go cry because I thought it was doing really good.
There's actually an item that
It's a hard fight, but yeah, more power to you for parrying those attacks.
There's an item you can get, or a consumable that that lets you parry all of his attacks. And I don't know if you got that one yet or not.
Yes, I know the one you're talking about. I can't remember what it's
called. It's the Sacred Claw or something like that.
I have to go look for it,
man. Alright. I need to watch the cutscenes real quick. So I'm gonna go do that. And then I'll come back, and then I'll work on my loadout.
I look forward to trying Monster Hunter at some point. Sounds
Dude,
like
so cool.
Perchance could be fun.
It's definitely your type of game, dude. It's a big boss rush game. And it's hard.
Okay,
There's nothing more rewarding than learning the game, though.
Definitely. It's like the massive raid bosses that, like, not Kutala del Aura,
Kolv Taroth?
Yeah, Kolv Taroth, Safijiva, the big fights are like, it's so much fun. And I hope that they can replicate that kind of feeling in Wilds.
Yeah, I agree. There's really nothing like more astounding in a game, I think, than my first time fighting Fatalis, and he used the gigantic breath weapon that just envelops the whole arena with fire. And you have to hide behind this like metal gate that just melts away.
Yeah. Seen gameplay of it. I mean, I still haven't done it yet, so I'm not gnashing at the bit to try it.
It is very hard.
Carry my ass past fucking Elatrion.
It is a very hard fight. Very, very hard.
This fight is hard, possibly the hardest fight I've ever seen. You look at this Fatalis over here, you know. We love Fatalis. He's a great guy. I personally loved known him all my life.
Astounding. That was a really good Trump impression. I can't do it.
Whatever that game we played at that little get together was so much fun.
I've been
Utter
advocating
nonsense,
for
I
that game. Yes,
Game?
I've been advocating for utter nonsense for years, and nobody would play it because everyone was just afraid to make an ass of themselves. I'm like, no, that's the fun part.
It definitely makes you swallow your pride.
Yeah. I love that everybody had started using like props or the environment for it as well. Like when Anthony went up the stairs or when your wife sits in your lap. Dude, I think Kristen took the cake on that fucking
I
orgasm
did
one.
not know she could have done that. Threw me for a fucking loop. I'm like, you know
So
what?
fucking
Commit to a
funny.
bit.
Yeah. I know who I got my vote on during award season, that's all I'm saying.
Absolutely. I got my fucking vote. By the way, the decision to run out the front door was completely on the fly. I'm just like, how do I add a little bit of zhuzh to the end of this absolutely ridiculous phrase I'm saying?
I thought it was tasteful. Alright, cool. I watched the cutscenes. Let me get a decent loadout together.
We're fighting Glavenus first.
Yeah. I've actually already fought Nargacuga, which I want to get the gear for. I'm going to make an insect glaive build with Nargacuga gear.
Alright. I think
None of my armors are good against fire. That's funny.
excuse me, I didn't ask for this.
I'm almost done gathering Shiduchi fragments. Get back to playing the game.
Brag about it, man. I haven't found any in forever.
I
found
am-
one today.
I am at 16.
Bastard. Bastard bitch. Fuck you. Bloody.
Expert attack.
was-
Agitator.
I don't know, I was gonna bring hammer. I don't know if it's...
I'm gonna
the best
challenge
weapon.
myself, and I'm gonna use my sword and shield. I typically don't use sword and shield.
I don't either. It seems really basic, but I see everybody who loves Sword and Shield just advocate for it all the time.
They were really. I know the majority of people that use sword and shield were like crying when they figured in World that they couldn't use oils.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, it was basically. Well, do you understand what oils did back in the previous games?
I've definitely seen posts about it. It kind of reminded me of like bow coatings.
Yeah, it's essentially bow coatings for melee weapons. It allowed them to have any type of status effect as long as you brought the coating for it. And you could make builds that center around doing a specific type. So when they didn't show up in the game, they're like, well, this is basically unusable now!
Or Sword and Shield users.
How the mighty have fallen.
It was really funny because like every time I've ever like talked to people about games, they're like, "What do you play?" And I'm like, "Oh, I play Monster Hunter, but like, do you even know what that is?" And people are like, "No, I play like Call of Duty Halo." I'm like, "Okay." And then I was like talking to you and Chris, and I was like, "You guys ever heard like Monster Hunter?" And you guys like, "Have we heard of Monster Hunter?" Motherfucker, I've been playing Monster Hunter since I was a fucking fetus. I'm like, "Oh my god."
I came
Not
out
only
of
you
the
play
womb
Monster
with my
Hunter-
sword and shield in hand.
I was like, not only do these fuckers play it, they played it more than me. This is so exciting.
It's so sad though. I've done all I can to Kristen's laptop, and it's just basically unplayable at this point. Or that laptop is so old.
Aw,
Yeah.
that makes me sad.
We'll have to I'll either have to try to see about getting her a new computer, or we'll just have to wait till Wilds comes out, because Wilds will be cross-platform.
If you want, I have I have like I have one with the 1650 that I'm not doing anything with.
1650.
Yeah.
I mean, it might work. I just don't know. I don't know how well do you think that computer runs?
Well
Or is
enough.
it just the card?
It's just that's just the low end of the. You could have it's the laptop.
Okay.
The only downside to it is you will for sure need like a cooling pad or some sort because it gets fucking hot.
Yeah, no, this one has just a GeForce 1600. But Kristen wasn't exactly the greatest in laptop preventative care and maintenance. She would only ever run it while it was plugged into a charger, so the battery life is practically non-existent.
Yeah, the previous owner of this laptop did the same fucking thing.
So there's that. I don't think the fans have ever been cleaned before.
Oh, that's awesome.
So
yeah, I mean, like I said, it's just sitting there. So like, next time I see Cooper, I can drop it off and
we can give it a test bed run if you want.
Is a medium elemental resistance plus 10?
Pardon?
When I eat a medium elemental resistance meal, medium is plus 10. Is that right?
I believe so.
Okay. I can't remember either. I just want to be able to avoid fire blight.
Do you have any resistor jewels?
No, I have no resistor jewels. It's actually kind of insane.
Yes, so small is 5, 10, medium is 10, and large is 20, I think?
Okay.
20.
Cool.
Food skills. Here we go.
Okay, so do you remember, it's been a while, but like you and I played, we hunted up to,
Bondo,
what was it? I think
no, Viper Toby
Viper-
Kadachi.
yes, Viper Tobikadachi. So Connor logs on, he's like, did you play with that? And I was like, yeah, I hunted a couple monsters after you, so I'll come help you with it. And he goes, no. I'm like, what do you mean no? He's like, I need to be able to do this by myself. I'm out of practice. I'm like, I mean, the thing, like, think about what we're doing. We're playing to get to Fatalis, which is like our 4-man group thing. Like, it's really no big deal to let me help you. He's like, no, if you're able to hunt these monsters on your own, I should be able. I'm like, well, technically Eric helped me, but okay. Like, you do it, man. Connor was seething. He was so fucking mad because he failed. I think he failed at least once. I don't remember if he failed twice. He failed once on the Bambaro quest completely. 3 faints.
Oh no!
And I heard him like just clenching his teeth, like getting ready to punch a hole through his monitor. I'm like, man, I really don't mind coming to help you. The Bambaro gear is sick. Like, just let me come in. We can wail on this thing together. Like, it's also just for fun to play together.
You're not gonna lose your Palico healing. It's just me.
Yeah. Anyway, he goes, no, I'm gonna do it. And he goes in, he kills it. And I was like, you want me to come with you for fight for Toby Kadachi? He's like, yeah, because I don't care about that monster. Like, okay, man, let's do it.
I feel like I accidentally sold him a bill of false goods with the Guts Greatsword.
Yeah. Well, I'll be honest, I also advocated for it too, because he was just like, man, nothing I have works right now. Like, this sucks. I was like, well, you got a gut sword, right? Like Nick recommended. And he's like, yeah. And I was like, okay, go to Fort Guile that's in Kaled and get the Lion's Claw Ashapor, because that's at least decent enough to let you power through some stuff. And he said he enjoyed it so far, so.
He says that. He says that. I'm obviously the most vocally and acoustically advocate of Guts Greatsword, and I wanted to put my hand through my fucking monitor several times this DLC.
Yeah. Dude, custom. One second, I didn't actually eat. I went to go check my decorations real quick and then forgot to eat food.
I gave you a gourmet voucher.
You're such a sweetie.
Make sure you eat all your veggies.
I am. I'm eating 4 veggies and 2 meats. Oh, and I got feline insurance. Let's go. Alright. I'm running Hammer.
Made it sound like you were advocating for an insurance company.
Yeah.
You ever had a glavinus come through your front bedroom wall?
Yeah,
Thank God I had feline insurance.
We've all been there. When the Alatreon cast Eschaton Judgment. That's why I have feline insurance.
So you could stay clear of mayhem, like me.
Yeah.
I feel so bad for our palicos. Yours is dressed up like a Hawaiian, and mine is in a Mega Man cosplay. I was like, you're gonna wear the suit, and you're gonna like it.
Yeah. And you'll never take it off.
It's like, you know I'm a creature with free will, thoughts, and dreams, right?
Not anymore.
No longer. You don't know, I think I told you this, Eric, but that's... Maddie didn't understand that kobolds were completely sentient creatures. And it's all my fault because when we played our first game of the kobold, I described them as dog-like creatures that are humanoid in shape. And Maddie just heard dog. And so she's like, alright, it's my pet. I'm like, well, I mean, it's a person.
Maddie's actively participating in slavery in D&D.
You know what?
Is my creature just the pet slave?
I don't want to throw Maddie under the bus. It wasn't just Maddie that treated it like a fucking slave. The whole party was just on board with it. They're like, yeah, it's our pet now. I'm like, okay. I was like, what do you do to convince it? And then Maddie said, I have chicken in my bag. I'm going to offer it chicken, like chicken fingers or something.
Give it dino nuggies.
I had her roll a check, and of course they fucking rolled super high, so...
Damn it.
One of my buddies did something similar with a goblin boss. I forget what the like full specifics on it are, but there was it was like a goblin encampment that was like leading to this fight, and like he rolled a 20 on like a charisma check on it for, I think it was like seduction or something like that, and it just nullified the fight. They were just fuck buddies now. The fight was over. There's nothing we can do. Thanks, man.
Gotta love the party when they get inventive with how they want to end things.
Yes, you do. Woo! I wish someone would mount me like that.
Oh!
But with a hammer to the face?
Yes! It's the only way I can get off. Don't king shame me.
Here, guys. Oh, hammer. Become my club once more.
Fuck you, Malekith. Do you know how long I took to learn your fucking iframes?
Nice.
Just wait.
Glavinus is our bitch.
See, that's the other thing too, is I can't help but be smug when Connor's talking about like the
asleep.
bosses he's struggling with now. And it's like, just wait, buddy. You're not going to be having a better time later. I promise you.
What you got with you? Would you bring dual blades? No, you brought sword shield.
Sword shield.
Oh, nope.
Do I just die here?
Oh. Alright, stop sliding.
He's got that alligator jiggling fever.
Alright, here we go.
What?
I fucked up the pre-swing. I wounded his tail. Nice.
Oh, we get him over into the pit. We can drop him in.
Oh, I fucking mounted him again. He might drag me over there, honestly. Let's see.
Noyos. Come over here, you bastard.
I'm about to knock him down.
Oh. Maybe they were too far away. Garbage tail!
Open up my eyes.
God damn it, too much Elden Ring. God damn it, too much Elden Ring. Why did I hold down on the D-pad to switch to my Estus?
The game bleed is real.
Yeah.
Man, that's what sucks about when games have like similar movement and similar things, but not a one for one. Because I promise I'll be doing the same shit.
Oh yeah, I think with anything that you binge long term, becoming habitual when you jump into a game with a semi-similar genre, it's just be like, great.
Yeah, when you go from playing the 3D third-person perspective RPG boss rush to the other third-person perspective RPG boss rush.
I will say it definitely hits differently when you go to a different game and you don't have to try nearly as hard.
Yeah.
I always feel bad when new like Elden Ring content or new like FromSoft content comes out because it's like I'm like a heroin addict. It's my family's just not gonna see me for until I dry up.
They come into your room. Are you a wooden son? And it's just an old desiccated corpse.
Got greedy and went for the big uppercut. Get turbo fuck, dude.
Pretty sure I got that one. Yeah, I did. Got that one. Got that one.
What was that? Did I break a leg there?
I think it was a horn. That has to be one of my favorite descriptors, is throwing turbo in front of any word and making it more meaningful.
Yes. Same. I love the word turbo. Third mount in like 5 minutes. Holy shit.
It's like back in the day when people threw Uber in front of everything, not understanding what Uber meant.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
I think my favorite description for like a nerd is turbo nerd.
Yes. I often refer to myself as a turbo gamer whenever I'm like doing well in a game, like Elden Ring. Like I was telling Maddie like I went to bed at like 4 a.m. because I finally beat Mesmer, and she woke up or something, or it was the next morning, and she's like, "How was it?" And I was like, "Oh, I finally beat Mesmer. I'm a fucking turbo gamer. Worship me."
I'm at 17 now. Okay, this guide sucks. It says it shows me where all 50 are, and then it goes to 32. What the fuck are we doing here?
Ouch. You got me good there.
Had me in the first half, not gonna lie.
Ow. He's hit me with the same attack 2 times in a row now. I'm not happy. It's a big one.
Damn it. Quit holding your ass so high off the ground.
If I was smart, I would have fucking scatter nutted him before he did that.
Hey, I'm sending you a better link for the stew tree fragments.
Alright.
I feel like Saint Celestine fighting off giant, basically impossible creatures with a tiny sword and shield.
So cool.
Oh, I didn't tell you what happened when I was golfing last weekend, Cooper. So I went with my in-laws golfing for Father's Day.
Yeah.
And like I had made a joke about getting fat, and my mother-in-law's dad was like, "Oh, like I saw recently someone posted a picture of like of your friend like holding you up at your wedding. I bet he can't do that anymore." And I laughed. I laughed. And I was like, he really can't do it anymore.
Yeah, he's a little indisposed at the moment.
And so like I laughed about it, but Jeannie made it. Her mom made it super awkward because he's like, "Oh yeah, he passed away," and then everyone was just super quiet. And I was like, "All right, can we get back to golfing, please?"
Yeah. That's so funny. You know what's so funny is I, was talking to my parents and stuff, and they're like, "Cooper, we're so sorry to hear about Kevin's passing." And at one point, I was talking to my mom, and she goes, "Yeah, it's just so sad. I know you and Kevin are pretty close, and I want you to know I always really liked Kevin." And I was like,
"What?
Don't lie to me. Don't lie to me right now. I know you hated Kevin." Oh, nice, KO.
Yep.
Oh, I think he went to sleep too.
Yep.
That's actually pretty funny. I always loved Kevin.
I'm like, "Mom, you fucking liar. You did not."
I always treated him like I treated my kids.
Yeah, I don't know if you know, Eric, but my mom growing up infamously hated Kevin.
Really?
Like to the point of like making him like wait outside, like he wasn't allowed to come in the house, sort of thing. Like he would come over and be like, "Can Cooper come out to play?" And she'd be like, "Wait here," instead of just inviting him inside.
Jesus.
Like my introduction to her was Kevin, Cooper, and I were doing some dumb shit by a creek, and like Kevin fell and like cut his leg on one of the rocks. And it was like bleeding pretty bad. And so Cooper's house was the closest to it, to where we were at. So we went there to get the to like get him a bandage and stuff like that. And the first thing she says when she sees him is, "Why is he bleeding all over my floor?" And I was like, "Okay."
Jesus.
Not why is he bleeding? Not is he okay? Why is he bleeding all over the floor?
You thought about the economic impacts of my dry cleaning.
Yeah.
Which honestly, you know what? Fair enough. Fuck you, Kevin. Why are you bleeding on the floor? Oh no! Oh no!
I was trying to charge my hammer and accidentally hooked onto a wing drake. That was interesting.
I did not know how I wasn't hit by that, but it was really cool, so I'm not gonna question it.
I don't know how much part damage I can do to his tail with my hammer.
I don't remember if it's susceptible to bashing or slashing, so...
Same.
Maybe it's piercing, I have no idea. It's been so long since I've fought him. Swing that thing in a circle. He did. Damn.
He kind of did, yeah.
I wanna hit the bottom and crash.
I think it's funny that many of the sword and shield users back in the day were like, the big selling point was that you could use an item while having your weapon out.
Yeah.
And then you could do that with a lot of other weapons, and they all got like so incredibly salty and basically snorted all of the finest copium, saying that it was still the best weapon in the game. And anyone who said anyone who said like, it's just about how much fun you have, and
Nope.
it's whatever weapon you're best with. They were made pariahs and put on a cross.
As they should have been.
Deserters like you belong on a cross.
Brutal. No, every weapon's viable. There's just some that I think are objectively more fun to play with.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I understand the appeal of Lance, but it might be the most boring weapon to me, just because it doesn't do as much flashy shit. But then I see things like Super Guard counters knocking over, like, Fatalis, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
I see why people play Lance.
It's plus, like, the ability to just be a tetherball is so much fun.
Yes. And stick to the monster like glue.
Yeah. Sir, indoor voices. The Diablos is trying to sleep. Wow. How many mounts does that make? 4?
That's gotta be 4. I'm gonna sharpen while you're doing that. Yeah, see, Nick, I know you'd like something like Big Stick, greatsword, but you gotta consider there's a weapon in here called Gun Lance, which is exactly what it sounds like. It's a lance with like a 6-chamber revolver in it that fires bullets.
See,
it's fucking awesome.
I'll give it a try because I don't want to miss the opportunity to find something I actually enjoy. But like, in any game that has like action combat as like a focal point, like the range weapons tend to not be interesting.
Oh, it is not a ranged weapon.
It's not.
Weapon.
All right, so I might give it a shot then.
It is actually very close range. The only thing that makes it gives it a sort of range is you can get a type of gun lance called a long gun lance, which lets the bullets fire like a few feet further than normal. But that's basically it. You have to be basically on the monster for the bullets to land. You can't shoot it from a distance. The bullets are not so much to let you engage it from a distance as much as they allow you to bypass armored points on the monster.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, it is a flat damage percentage every time.
Yeah, so if you fire a bullet at a monster, it'll ignore armor, but it'll also ignore weak points.
I would also
so you won't do critical damage.
I would also like to posit the point that you don't really use it like a lance. Sometimes you just use it as a sword. The overhead slaps, more sword-like than the actual greatsword, I would say.
Yeah, your bread and butter combos are basically swinging it like a fucking mallet.
Alright, so here's my game plan then with Monster Hunter. What I'm going to do is, once I am burnt out on Elden Ring, because I'm inevitably stuck on the last boss for 3 days, I'll boot up Monster Hunter and I'll solo it up until the part where you need 4 people, and then we'll link back up.
I mean,
sounds good.
You can solo the entire game if you want.
No, I'll solo the entire game and then we'll link up. I have nothing to do because I soloed the game.
Incredible. Pure gaming skill over here.
I don't know why. That's how I enjoy playing any boss kind of game. I'm in it for the thrill of just one-on-one winning.
You probably really like this then.
You would.
There's really no better feeling than learning monster weaknesses and moves and countering every single one. Because the combat is a lot like FromSoft games where it's once you make your move, you gotta pretty much commit.
I will say though, if you can solo the whole game without using anyone, I will be very impressed.
Yeah, there are some very tricky monsters. My first hang-up in this game was Diablos, so I'm curious to see what it would be for Nick.
So far, mine's been the character creator.
What?
The character creator.
I just don't.
I just thought he had a stroke saying what he wanted to say, and
No. It's I have a
I see
similar.
why you might think that.
I have a like I don't know, dude. I'm weird with shit like that. I'm a huge like MMO player. Like I played WoW since I was like 7. And everyone tells me that like I would love Final Fantasy because Final Fantasy 14's rating is like excellent. They give all the accolades they could possibly give it, but I still get stuck on the characters. Like you're like the character you create just looks like an anime character, and I'm not particularly into that art style.
it is very very much anime centric.
This game kind of is as well.
Maybe it's
Not to the
Capcom.
extent. Yeah, like it is Capcom and it runs on the Resident Evil engine, as far as I know. So I mean, it is slightly anime, but not as much as you might think. It's got anime tropes, though. I'll say that much. Speaking of Capcom, is anybody else really excited for Marvel vs. Capcom 2 collection coming to Steam?
I never really played any of the Marvel Capcom versus games.
I love fighting games, so I'm over the moon for that.
I played a lot of Mortal Kombat Deception when I had my PlayStation. If
Oh,
I
it's-
for anything.
MK Deception is so fucking fun.
It's I like MK Deception because it's that and Deadly Alliance that had an entire arena's worth of movement rather than just rail fighting.
Yes.
I really enjoyed that.
I enjoyed like the cool like weapon styles, and MK Deception also might have the coolest version of Sub-Zero, the one that he looks like a little bit like Shredder.
Oh yeah. I really enjoyed that too.
Ooh, a cutscene. What are we all looking at?
I've been really wanting to get into what's the game? The newest Mortal Kombat because it has Homelander.
Mm-hmm.
Very hard. Is a very hard mix-up Rekka character. But one of his mix-ups is a full command grab from like full screen. So if you're just sitting back not
Shit.
expecting anything, yeah, it's fucking nuts. The only thing is he does very low damage. So like you can get off crazy high hit combos and do like maybe 25% damage. It's not a lot.
I just enjoy hearing Omni-Man trash talk whoever he clashes with.
Yeah. I like the one where he clashes with Rain, and he goes, "No, please, don't hurt me with water."
Water.
I think Omni-Man's a perfect fit for Mortal Kombat.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, he is.
It helps. I'm also a J.K. Simmons simp, but
There's this is really just for me because I'm a fanboy, but there's like data mined leaks that one of the guest fighters in the next combat pack might be Conan the Barbarian, which is really like it's like, yeah, which would really only please an audience of 2 people, like me and Arnold Schwarzenegger. But I'd be so happy about that. I love Conan. I actually bought a book a couple weeks ago that has like the collection of the first 3 stories involving Conan.
Mm-hmm.
And I haven't gotten around to reading it yet, but because I've just been reading like my dad books, you know. But dude, Conan and MK also an amazing fit. I just don't know who's asking for it is the thing.
You and every person that grew up playing Mortal Kombat on the SNES.
Oh really?
Same time frame, I'd say.
Yeah, probably. 'Cause, what, Conan the Destroyer was probably around late 80s, and Mortal Kombat came out mid 90s.
Yeah.
See, hang on. Conan the
I
Destroyer.
don't think you're giving the fan
84.
base for Conan enough credit. Is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, Conan the Barbarian, 1982, and the Destroyer was 85, and then let's see, SNES Mortal Kombat. I think that first one, the SNES, was Mortal Kombat 3 collection. I think.
Mm.
1995. Yeah, that adds up, I think.
The year that I unfortunately graced this planet.
I didn't know
come
you were a
along until
boomer.
97.
I'm not a boomer. I'm just glad I'm not Gen Z.
Yeah, whatever, boomer.
I'm technically the first.
That is an insult to my generation.
So wait, you're technically millennial generation, being 95.
96 was the cutoff.
Yeah. Okay, that's right. Because Maddie and I were technically Gen Z because we're 97, which is unfortunate. It's actually it's actually kind of weird because like I find myself with like a foot in both worlds. Like I'll find some Gen
There's a
Z
phrase for
humor
that.
funny, but I grew up with a lot of like millennial stuff.
The
Like
term
It's a-
I've heard for that is
zillennial.
called zillennial, yeah.
Zillennial. Interesting.
How does that make you feel?
At least I'm not a boomer.
I feel nothing.
I feel nothing for that. You cool hunting Nargacuga?
Sure, I will bring.
I'm pretty interested in collecting all the Nargacuga gear.
You want to look?
Let me actually go look at it real quick, because I thought, maybe I'm getting it confused with Rise, but I thought the skills made it really good for an insect glaive.
What do they do? Nargacuga Essence. True Razor Sharp and Spare Shot.
So Nargacuga.
So yeah, True Razor, it just reduces sharpness loss, and for bows and bow guns, it has a chance to not expend coatings.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
And then,
The Vade Window 5 is massive, though.
oh, it's busted. It's so good if you have a dual blades build.
Peak performance.
Also for bow gun, because it makes you jump like a country mile.
I never understood that phrase.
A country mile?
Yeah, what's the difference between a country mile and a mile?
That's a fantastic question,
I'm
actually.
gonna Google exactly what you said. And I can't wait for Google to say that the same thing, you fucking idiot.
It says, the literal use of the phrase a country mile infers that a country mile is the fact that most country roads are not in a straight line and instead meander up and down and all around.
Is that accurate?
I feel like whoever wrote that definition has never been in the country.
Most country roads are straighter than, like, highways I've been on.
I got a question for you guys. Maddie and I were talking about something. I don't remember what. The subject isn't really important, but what I said, like, let's just, for example, say I was talking about where the location of a McDonald's was. I said, oh yeah, the McDonald's, it's maybe about a mile from here as the crow flies. And she said, what the hell does that mean?
Straight?
You've never heard that term before? She's like, no. I'm like, it's a very common term. What do you think it means? She goes, I don't fucking know. I just am curious. You guys have heard that phrase before, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
It's-
like, just...
Yeah, I mean, it just means just to go
Straight.
to a place as direct as you can.
Yeah, in a straight line, basically, as a crow would fly there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that blew her mind. She had never heard that before, and I couldn't believe it. All right.
What is
So Nargacuga looks like it's actually pretty good for bow, which means I actually want it even more now because I discovered a fondness for bow.
You would
Let
be
me go
known
ahead
as you would be known as a Conchu sympathizer.
A Khonshu sympathizer?
Yes, you use melee weapon. You use ranged weapons.
What does that mean? Khonshu
Do you know-
sympathizer.
Do you know what a Conchu is?
I know it's the god that Moon Knight worships and gets his powers from.
Well, it's also a really annoying insect in Monster Hunter lore. I think it's in Rise actually. There are these little crustacean-y bugs that roll around on the ground, and they're big things that they run up to you. They don't do damage to you, but they hit you and they automatically knock you down. And the only way to deal with them is with melee strikes to flip them over so that they're susceptible to damage. And bow guns and bow, unless you use melee attacks, cannot flip them over. So anyone that uses ranged weapons became known as Khonshu sympathizers.
What the fuck?
The lore runs deep, my friend.
Dude, is there a... I mean, I don't know why I'm asking. I know there is. I'm gonna look up like emulators so I can play some of the old Monster Hunter games. I feel like that'd be a very fun playthrough.
It will be rough. World has babied you. I will say this. I'm not like detracting your skill or anything, but World has babied everyone that has joined Monster Hunter for the first time. Lots of consumables were removed for this game. Like, pickaxes were a consumable item. Your pickaxe would break and you have to go buy a new one.
Really? That's absurd.
There was a map you could look at, but in order to follow a monster, you would have to paintball it, which is also a consumable item. If you didn't paintball a monster and it went to another area, it could run for multiple areas and you would be lost and you'd have to go find it again.
I did know that. I also know in some of the older games you had to stand completely still to take a potion.
Yep. Or it would slow you to a crawl essentially.
Yeah. I don't know. I kind of want to try it. If it's too clunky and I give up, then so be it. But I really enjoy just like it's not really like the lore. I guess it's like the setting and the concept of Monster Hunter, where it's like these monsters are just part of an ecosystem, and I kind of want to see the ones I missed out on. You know.
I will say that I think third generation Monster Hunter, that is the one I had. We're in the special arena. Okay.
Yeah, I don't have investigation.
I think Monster Hunter Generations 3rd is where you'll have the most like variation, or Gen Ultimate, because there are monsters that don't make an appearance again, and there's like special variations. Like I was talking to you about Frenzy Virus Rajang. That fight is so busted, and I don't think I've seen something like it. It makes Furious Rajang in this game look like a kitten.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh no. I don't like that now.
I forget what it was, but like the Frenzy Virus itself was interesting. If you contracted it during a fight, you have to do you have to pass a damage threshold, and if you pass it, you get a defense buff and a really sizable attack buff. But if you fail it, it drains you of your health and it strips you of your defense.
Oh my god! Ouch.
There's just lots of really great things that go on in that game, and I wish more people got to experience it. But sadly, the PR and advertising for the Monster Hunter series wasn't really big back in the day, because Capcom was more about making Was Capcom for Resident Evil?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. In fact, I think Monster Hunter runs on the Resident Evil engine.
Yeah, I was a Silent Hill kid. I never played Resident Evil.
Silent Hill kicks ass.
Yeah.
I've never played either. I've
Silent
been told
Hill's-
a million times that they would be up my alley.
Silent Hill's immaculate.
It's pretty damn good. And then the properties got turned into a pachinko machine, and it's never been the same since.
Yeah, I think I've seen Resident Evil 4 been remade like 50 fucking times, and I've never even played the game.
You should. It was great.
Resident Evil and Fallout, I am convinced, are the cockroach of video games, because they will not die. What
the fuck's your problem with Fallout? It shouldn't die.
I never. Well, as I say, agree. I never said I wanted it to, but it's been twisted. The formula has been twisted and turned around in so many different variations. Just like they're really milking this thing for as much as they can. And then Capcom came out with Monster Hunter World, and they're like, well, we're gonna do the same thing to that because now there's a mobile game and there's a puzzle game coming out.
There's a whole Pokemon Go ass mobile game too.
The Pokemon Go phenomena was really weird for me because I remember like the day it came out. I've never seen so many people walking around for the same reason just in my hometown.
I know. And when Monster Hunter did their own version, I was like, oh man, I'm gonna check this out. And then I kept seeing it was kind of shitty. Like everything I saw said it wasn't very good.
It was half-baked. It's better now, but still not where it should be. It's also very, very hard to farm in that game. What's wrong? Is it because I'm wearing your brother as a coat?
Gargakuga looks pretty big. Hey.
Chunky.
Oh, you were on the other side. I almost fucked that up. I had no idea. That was crazy. Oh my god. I had no clue you were on the other side of his face.
Oops.
How many more fucking elevators does this piece of shit dungeon have? My god.
I know where you are. Are you in like a catacomb?
Darklight Catacombs, yeah.
Yeah. You're getting to a very fun part of the game. Have fun.
I'm at the boss now.
That's an easy ass boss, I just want you to know. You'll be fine.
It just sucks that fucking casters are my kryptonite. And this bitch uses summons? Oh.
I think Gargakuga might have one of the coolest roars.
And to think that there's a version in Rise that can turn completely invisible.
It's so awesome. Did I not bring Screamer Pods? Nice, got him with the Pitfall. Good job.
Oh, he's sleepy.
Same.
Okay. Fucking flashbang him as he went to bed.
Gave him a migraine as he fell asleep.
Yeah. Fuck, I might have been a dumbass and not. No, I did.
I was the dumbass. I didn't bring any barrel bombs.
Alright, let's try the big schmackies again from a safe distance. There we go.
Are you sure you're doing the right button combo?
Yes, I know how to do it.
Very frustrated.
Please stop summoning things.
He was getting very tilted with that Nergigante shit.
It's like I could distinctly hear the point where it no longer became fun and it became a trial of attrition.
It really was.
You mean these games are supposed to be fun?
So
No,
we were
absolutely not.
we were hunting a monster called Nergigante, and Connor and I have hunted him a million times, but since we were starting back from the beginning, we, it had been a while. We were out of practice. But Eric was helping us grind out hunting this monster a couple million times so we could get some gear from him. And basically, the idea is sometimes the monster will go to sleep and you can set like a trap with bombs with it, but you want to set off the trap with your highest damage attack to maximize your potential.
Yeah.
And for us, that was Connor using the greatsword. And so we kept telling him to use his true charge slash, and he kept insisting that he knew how to do it, and he fucked it up like 5 times in a row. And we were trying to tell him how to do it, and he kept insisting he was doing it, and we found out that he wasn't putting his thumb on the analog stick the entire time.
Oh no!
It was getting very bad too. But I was like, "Are you pressing the right button? You're pressing B." And he's like, "I'm not pressing B." I'm like, "Connor, I'm watching you press B."
Rest in piss. That feels so bad.
The rage I felt from that man. Good perfectly cooked pork, I swear.
I do want him to be in Discord when he starts the DLC.
Yes.
I think I would like to be a fly on the wall when that happens.
Oh, fuck.
Too.
Fuck. Oh, cool. He came running over here.
There we go.
That was perfect timing, I guess. I thought I did it too early. Dude, I really thought I did it too early.
Yeah, there's almost nothing I wouldn't give to be able to listen to the
Honor Seed on the Ever Jail Boss, or whatever that guy was called. Black Jail Boss?
I don't think you can
Black
call
Jail
him
Knight?
that.
Is that what he was called?
The spectral steed is frightened and cannot be summoned. Oh no!
Yep. I know where you are. Have fun.
Oh yeah, you're talking about
I really like Metal Gear Solid. I'm just gonna say that much.
Alright, I'll start crouching now.
I require context.
The area of the game that he just entered, there's an enemy type that you cannot fight back against, and you just have to evade it
Avoid
via
it.
stealth.
Oh.
Hence, I hope you played a lot of Metal Gear Solid.
Don't let it see you.
Lalululelo.
I've just
I
seen.
hope you gave your life, not for honor, but for you.
I played so much Guns of the Patriots when I was younger. Oh my god. That game was an acid trip at the end.
Never played it. I've got a buddy who's the biggest fucking Metal Gear Solid nerd of all time, though.
It's definitely an interesting genre. There's entries in this series that have no business being there, but they're still so much fun.
Yeah.
I think my favorite thing to know about Metal Gear Solid is that one of the earlier entries had a thing where in order to or one of the mechanics of the bosses, you had to change which port you had your controller plugged into.
Oh yes, Psycho Mantis. I actually did have that game, and I thought it was fucking scary. I rented it from Blockbuster. I know that's dating me. And I thought it was fucking terrifying because he goes, "Looks like you've been playing a lot of Super Mario Sunshine." I was like, "What the fuck?" It was so scary.
Have you seen the Metal Gear Awesome collab?
No.
It's a bunch of animators got together and did a bunch of Metal Gear animations and put it into a giant collaboration. And there's one where, I guess the person had been playing a lot of Dora the Explorer and Kate and Ashley's Sweet 16, and Snake is like, "No, wait, those are my sister's games. Please, I'm sorry."
That's so funny.
Psycho Mantis is like, "This is the greatest day of my life."
I fucking love that so much.
What's the? Okay, never mind. I was able to kill that, so it can't be that.
You'll know when you see it, dude. It's an eldritch abomination. Beyond human comprehension.
Have you fought the Petulant Knight yet?
Yes,
I fucking hate that thing. It looks disgusting.
it was easy.
I thought the most annoying part of that boss fight was the drop down every time I died.
All right.
Thankfully, it only took me a couple tries. You got a favorite boss so far, Nick? And if so, why is it Commander Gaius?
Go fuck yourself. My God, I that's the main thing that's gonna block me from wanting to do subsequent playthroughs of the DLC. If I'm completely honest, I fucking hate that boss so goddamn much. Mesmer. Mesmer's probably my favorite so far.
Mesmer was as frustratingly hard as he was very cool. I do think the Lion Beast is actually extremely underrated, though.
Bale is also a very cool fight.
I've been trying to avoid what the fight looks like. I just know of Bale, if that makes sense.
You should. It does. He does do dragon things, but he's also has a lot of unique moves too. He's fun. He's kind of what I envisioned every dragon should be, but wasn't.
Oh, he's looking mighty exhausted.
Just trying to chop his tail off.
You know, I'm a dipshit. I bought Screamer pods because I thought I was really fucking smart, and I remembered that they worked against this guy. And I didn't bring a fucking pitfall trap for when he's enraged.
I really want to learn the lore of the Abyssal Woods.
Me too.
Well, never did get that tail carve.
Well, shit. I always feel bad when I kill the monsters. I like capturing them more.
I'm telling Peter you're killing him.
You feel better when they've been absolutely whipping your ass, though.
Yeah.
I find the monsters that aren't difficult don't really phase me. It's the ones that are annoying, like Tsitsiaku.
Yeah. Tsitsiaku's annoying. Let me think. Kuyaku can be annoying because of the stupid egg that he can pull out of the ground.
I mean, I know your opinions on Kushala Daora, so.
Oh, yeah, I made that pretty clear. Kushala sucks. There, I said it. I know he's the big bad Monster Hunter 3 or something, but I don't give a fuck.
I found him.
He found him.
he found the Eldritch Horror.
Why is there so many mobs by me right now? Oh,
Going to that area was very terrifying because I would like see a white phantom of somebody who was like in the same area of me, and then I would just watch it like start convulsing on the ground and disappear. Like, oh my god.
Is there? How many of them are there? Is there only one?
No, there's multiple, unfortunately.
All right, we're just gonna ignore these.
Take the temperature of the room. What are your guys' thoughts on Dark Souls having an easy mode?
It doesn't really bother me.
I don't really have an opinion on that. Like, I guess it's cool if you're providing accessibility to everybody who wants to try the game.
Mm-hmm.
But, well, like, one of the staples of the game is that it's very hard, and you get this gigantic surge of adrenaline and euphoria when you do finally succeed.
Mm-hmm.
So I could understand people not wanting an easy mode because then it's detracting from that experience. But I mean, if that's the case, just don't use it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's largely where I am too. Although I will say I don't think you should get achievements for easy modes.
Mm-hmm.
I could maybe get behind that.
Not playing the game as intended.
I think Elden Ring has so much going for it, in addition to being hard, that I think if an easy mode was introduced, I'd be okay with it. Because I'd be like, okay, people who are afraid of this game, you have to fucking try it now because while it's known for having just hard bosses, the world of Elden Ring is unlike anything I've ever played before in my life. It's so cool. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I have an opinion one way or the other.
I think I'd be fine with it, but like I'm kind of milquetoast on it if I'm honest. Like I'd be fine with it, but I'm also fine with them not adding it.
Yeah, I just know that there's a lot of people out there that are they get pissed if you bring it up.
Yeah, because people get really weird and gatekeepy with it. I have a buddy who's like that, where he's trying to postulate that despite the fact that I'm using one of the slowest weapons in the game, it does have a bleed effect on it, which means I'm playing the game on easy mode. And it's like okay, but the times that I actually get a bleed procer aren't very high because I don't have enough time to hit them to get the bleed to build up. So.
I also, I know Nick has a stance. He hates people who summon, but
that's more memes than anything.
DLC, yeah, that's pretty much how I'm. Like the DLC is very hard. Like I will never shit on a summoner after getting my, as Eric would say, cock flattened by Mesmer for fucking 48 hours straight.
See, my stance on it is I'm probably the most retarded person I know, and if I can do it, anyone can do it.
Eric, you wouldn't happen to have a Nargacuga investigation, would you?
I can definitely check.
Because turns out I need a mantle for what I'm trying to do. And I'm not gonna get that in just arena quests anytime soon.
Yeah, let me run down to the old trade yard.
Yeah, summons are definitely... Fuck off, I hate these fucking types of mobs, god damn it.
I will say, a lot of the people I've seen on the internet who are saying, like, the Elden Ring DLC is too hard. I've seen clips on like TikTok, and they're basically using like they're doing that shit where like they think they're superior, so they'll run like Guts Greatsword in basically their underwear and not level vigor, and they think they can just run every boss type by putting everything in strength and then jump heavying the whole time.
Okay.
You're not at that point. You're not really good at the game. You're just relying on an overpowered build.
Yeah,
I
think that's. I mean, in gaming, I don't know if you've heard of the term dominant strategy.
Mm-hmm. I have.
People just get so roped into using one thing over and over again until it stops working, and then they either adapt or quit.
Oh, this looks like a boss arena. Oh boy.
We're capturing this one, so
who's gonna be stomping my dick in right now?
don't want to stop it.
Okay. Oh wow, 4 golds. Hey yo.
Ramina?
Okay, I know the boss you're at. The design for the boss you're on is actually really cool.
It's a fucking... Okay, this is a point against it. It's a Scarlet Rot boss.
Do you have something against Scarlet Rot?
Yes. Yes, I hate it. I fucking hate it so goddamn...
That inhale he said.
I'm gonna pull from the ye old meme lore. Get good.
Fuck! Fuck you!
Without a case, all reliable. Get good.
Oh, such an asshole.
No, it's fine. I fully endorse that shit like that. I feel so bad because I feel like I can't joke around with Connor like that, but that is always my impulse. As soon as I hear him like making noise after he dies on a boss, I just bite my tongue like, don't say it, don't say it, don't say it.
Well, you see, that's the thing is, you haven't realized about Connor yet, is he takes all forms of like silly hazing on the chin pretty bad.
Yeah. Oh, you're saying that's
like, I died a million times to Mesmer, and like Vic was like, just fucking get good. And I'm like, I'm fucking trying, and like obviously it's a joke, but if you do that to Connor will fucking get in his car and drive an hour to your house and fucking beat your ass. He gets so mad.
All right, time to boss rush. I got Scarlet Rot. I got a rush. Oh shit! Fuck.
Just gonna sip my.
You can My tip for her, Nick, you can actually avoid a lot of her attacks by standing close to her.
That's what I'm doing, but I immediately got my meter maxed, so I don't know what you want me to say.
Yeah, I was gonna say that you just gotta watch out for the build up there. You got it, buddy.
One shot, let's go!
You got her one try?
Yeah.
That's hot.
Alright, so I feel like this boss wasn't intended for me to be at fucking ERDTREE level 18 upgrades. Alright, well that tempers.
Yeah, I don't know, have you fought Relina yet, Eric?
No, I haven't even bought in the DLC. I've just been watching playthroughs of it. I don't have time to get invested in it.
Fair.
You can just neglect the rest of your life.
Beating everybody. I mean, every DLC boss has kind of been beating ass, but Relina is kind of agreed upon as like being fucking crazy hard right now. I beat her in my first try, and it was luck. I just got like 5 back-to-back very lucky poise breaks, like during very critical moments, and pretty much easied my way through the whole quest.
Meanwhile, again, I'm a degenerate Guts Greatsword user, so I did not have that experience. My experience was as soon as I hit right bumper to do a light attack, I was just getting fisted.
I was using Black Steel Warhammer, or Great Hammer, I'm sorry, with Prayerful Strike, Ash of War. So like I would like Poise Breaker, and then come over and Prayerful Striker, which would like knock her on her back and heal me simultaneously, which is pretty sweet. And then like it would only take like a couple more jump heavies or another heavy or two to break her poise again.
Good shit.
Very, very, very lucky.
I'm just glad I one-shot that boss, thank God.
Fuck the hippo though.
The hippo's miserable. The hippo is one of 2 bosses I can safely say I did not enjoy fighting. And
hippo you could fight.
Have fun.
It's called a hippo, but it's definitely not a hippo.
It's closer to a hedgehog.
Yeah, it's like way closer to a hedgehog, or even porcupine tree. Or porcupine. Damn it.
Yeah, I'm just convinced that people in Japan have never seen a hippopotamus in real life, and they animated what, like, someone told them secondhand what it looks like, and then so third hand they animated that.
That's how J.R.R. Tolkien came up with Oliphants.
Oh, third hand evidence
back
of
then there wasn't a whole lot of record of like elephants back then, and so when he was adding lore to Lord of the Rings, he came up with these creatures called Oliphants that were elephants basically, but his understanding of their size was a little off. He thought they were way bigger. So Oliphants are like the size of medium-sized buildings. Oh fuck. I got smacked hard by that tail attack. I only have 1 feint too. I gotta take it easy.
Ooh. Cool lore event just happened.
Mads and I are still headed your way tonight, right, Eric?
As if Madison is still feeling alright.
Yeah, she's much better now.
Okay, good. Kristen wants to make you guys dinner.
I love it when people make me dinner, so I'm not gonna say no.
Okay.
That sounds great, though. Appreciate it.
Let me...
Oh, this area is so cool.
He really wants your ass, and I'm trying to keep him away from you. Fuck off, prick.
Okay, well, I take it back. And your Ilum isn't that cool anymore. Fucking hate these things.
Yeah, so, Nick, I know you were present last night, but I had to take Vance to the ER yesterday. She was throwing up all day, starting at like 7 a.m. and could not keep down any fluids or any food. And so we were just starting to worry about like her becoming dehydrated and maybe not so good things happening with the baby. So we took her to the hospital and everything's fine, but she's on new medication now.
Gotcha. That's good to hear. At least, you know.
Yeah, no issues. But I took the day off work because we didn't get discharged from the hospital till like 2 a.m. And then we still had to go pick up her prescription, and she hadn't eaten.
Yeah, and that's why I was very confused when I get back online in the morning. Good lord, he's been playing Elden Ring through the night.
No, I'm sitting here playing Elden Ring. I'm where Nick is in the game. I'm like sneaking through this terrifying forest, trying to avoid eldritch horrors beyond comprehension. And I hear her in the other room go, "We need to go to the ER." Blah. And so I just immediately dropped my controller, got up, and left. And yeah, so everything was on.
I was like, I knew you liked the game, but damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to find a healthy balance with this game, because like the thing I was excited about last night was I told myself I'm going to bed at a decent time because I got off Elden Ring at 3.
Jeez.
Because I've been going to bed at like 5 because I'm stupid, and then getting woken up around like 9 or 10.
Oh, he went to sleep. I was like, what the fuck happened? I would mounted him. Hang on, I think I was a dumbass and didn't bring.
Why am I fighting
bombs.
fucking Zeus?
I didn't bring barrel bomb.
Here you go, something for your trouble.
Might be a little close. Might be a little close.
There you go.
That looks good.
Did you hit the bombs and not Nargacuga?
No, I got him. Got a
Okay,
531 damage hit there.
Oh, me over here using Monkey Halberd.
Ow, fucker. I think I might give Lance another honest try. We were talking about it earlier. And
It is
Fucking
definitely
bitch.
get some ironclad jewels and a shield up jewel, and you're basically unkillable.
yeah, guard 5 seems like a lot of fun.
It is. I mean, the boring part does come in when you're not running around and all shit, but when you're tanking massive shots from like a Diablos charging you, pretty great.
Oh my god, the fucking magic users!
Oh no. Leave me be. I'm stuck in the water.
I am swimming. I am swimming.
Hello? I am under the water. We shall be.
It's too much raining. Sounds good right now. To do copious amounts of drugs that'll enhance my physical prowess.
The boys title card just hits. I have a theory about the current season of The Boys. Are you guys watching that at all?
Yes.
I've never seen it.
You should.
It's worth checking out. I'll say that much. But my current theory is that Huey's mom might be a hallucination.
That would be depressing. Did it ever cover like why Butcher has what's going on with him, or am I just dumb and forgot?
Yeah, he and Huey took temporary V.
Well, no, okay, I didn't. I knew that. I just didn't realize that that's what the worm thing was from.
The worm thing is unexplained right now.
Oh, okay, yeah. So that's where my confusion's coming in.
I'm kind of wondering if maybe they took temp V and it permanently stuck to Butcher. By the way, I totally lied to you, by the way, Nick. It was, Huey is in the comics. It was, translucent that never existed in the comics.
Fair enough.
And, in the comics, Black Noir is a clone of Homelander.
Interesting.
Yeah, there's a lot of different changes. We just knock him down again.
Yep. No, I've been dumping all of my free time into finishing season 2 or campaign 2 of Critical Role.
Nice.
Because I told myself I would finish it before the animated series for the Mighty Nine came out.
I've actually watched a little bit of Critical Role. I've seen the animated series, and then I was like, well, now I gotta go and watch the regular shit because this was awesome.
Yeah.
And so I've seen like maybe the first 7 episodes of Campaign 1.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, even the ones that include that one Dragonborn guy that everybody had been talking about. Yeah, Tiberius Stormwind.
Hello.
Stormwind.
I think it was Tiberius Stormwind, I think.
Stormwind is a city in World of Warcraft. I already fucking missed. How did I already miss one? Alright, I'm uninstalling Elden Ring. I can't take this anymore.
Okay then. I don't know if you ever got back on with Connor or whatever, but Connor never made it to the DLC, right? He's still working his way through the main story.
Yep.
Poor bastard.
Again, I do feel bad because I feel like I sold him a bill of false goods.
Oh.
I think he thinks that Guts Greatsword is going to be like a... I honestly got whiplash with the difference between the damage on the main camp or the lands between versus it in the DLC without the ERDTREE fragments. Because what makes it work in the lands between is that every hit you do is just a colossal amount of damage. And I don't know if you watched how much of my stream you watched, but it wasn't doing a colossal amount of damage at the start of the DLC.
I know everybody before the DLC was like, you know, you should start a new game. And even you and I were one of those people, like, we'll start a new game, play through it. And then when I heard about, like, the completely alternative leveling system, I was like, well...
I still think I should have stuck to a new playthrough and not done my new game too. Because I feel like that extra, like, since the 5% multiplayer is multiplicative, fuck off! I feel like I shouldn't have started with every boss having plus 12 health and damage.
I'm gonna dung pod this Nightshade Palumo. Get the fuck out of here. I think Eric's AFK, actually. Alright, motherfucker, it's just you and me.
I got you in here for 3 minutes!
Or however long it takes for you to get captured.
You'll get your rent when you fix the goddamn door!
Next Elden Ring playthrough, I'm doing a Bonesaw build. It's gonna be hand-to-hand combat, and I'm wearing nothing but a singlet.
Unironically, I think the next build I want to do is backhand blades.
I haven't unlocked those yet. Where do you get those?
I don't remember where I got them. Fuck! Let me Google it. Backhand, because you definitely should have gotten them. I got them day one.
Must have just missed him, like walked past him or something.
Okay, I'm here. Sorry, I had to go check something.
Oh, you're all good. I've been beating the shit out of the Nargacuga without you.
It's
You've been abusing pussy without me? I see.
besides a coffin in the Inquisitor enemy's area of gravesite plain, not far from the first site of grace.
Yeah, I must have walked right past it.
My difficulty is I am actually the dumbest person I've ever met. Jesus. Fuck.
Have you met me? Are you sure?
Did you just ADHD jump off an area setting you back like 20-30 minutes of your time?
That sounds like something I absolutely would do.
All right, I might have
I think
met.
it's well established that between the three of us, we could make up the Triforce of ADHD.
All right, well that's awesome.
I'll be the deficit and disorder.
And I'll be 80 of them.
I'll be the avatar of procrastination. That'll be my Elden Ring boss title. Cooper, avatar of procrastination.
I think that's the fun part about all this being on a spectrum, because I'm currently hunting down ERDTREE fragments instead of typing the 10-page assignment I have due tomorrow.
I said I had ADHD. I didn't say I was on the spectrum.
Very true.
Although those things might not be completely mutually exclusive.
Uh-oh, we're getting a turf war? Nope. Okay.
I think they're just being angsty.
Yeah. He's got to be getting close. I don't want to accidentally kill him.
He doesn't have a skull icon yet on his.
Yeah. I
map.
can't remember though if you need enough research points to be able to see that. Do you know that? Do you know if that's the case?
You do, but I think I have enough.
Okay, sweet.
I mean, if we kill it, we can just do it again.
And
I'll
the
do it again.
DLC's bad because you have to explore to get all the stuff. Shut up. Some of these reviews are so fucking whiny.
That's the best fucking part of the goddamn game.
A lot of people are complaining about that. That your power is tied to ERDTREE fragments, and like you have to go out of your way to find most of them.
I'm sorry, you have to travel great distances in Elden Ring? Oh no!
Yeah, the discourse surrounding the difficulty is very funny, I think. I saw Voice Critical had a really fucking amazing take on it, and it was that, basically summed up, he said, you either die a gamer or live long enough to see yourself become the journalist, because basically it's like the discourse surrounding games for the longest time has been that they're too hard, or that they're too easy, because that they add like
Yellow
journalist
paint.
mode or like easy gamer mode. Now we're getting games with real difficulty, and now that's all gamers want to bitch about is that it's too fucking hard.
That's a very good point. Very well made point, honestly.
Yeah.
I like most of what Charlie has to say.
I don't think he's had very many bad takes.
No, he definitely hasn't. And anything I can appreciate about him is that if he ever has had a bad take, which I know has had to be like a handful, he's usually walked it back pretty concisely.
Yeah, definitely.
I haven't heard a lot of what he has to say on most topics, so I'm not like comfortable saying I agree with everything he says, but
Yeah. Well, you know, you're perhaps it's best that your role models maybe just so it shouldn't just be talking heads on the internet anyway. So.
Yeah.
what? What?
I know. Shocking, right? Unless, of course, it's Mr. Beast. In which case, we thank
No,
you
he's-
for the Mr. Beast box, Zaxby's, and say grace.
No, he's a bad. Mr. Beast is a bad man because he only restored sight for 100 people in Africa, not all of them. Bad guy.
Oh my god, dude! I remember that. That's such a crazy thing to bring up.
It was
forgot about that.
It was the most asinine take I've ever seen. That people were actually saying he's racist because he only gave 100 people sight. Like what? What?
Well, I haven't given anybody sight, so how racist am I?
I was about to say, well, I mean, if the benchmark for racism is only 100 people giving 100 people sight, then I must be like a hyper racist because I've never really done that before.
Yeah.
I've just made people wish they didn't have sight anymore.
We should all live with echolocation.
God fucking damn, dude. Getting my ass kicked.
Can you imagine trying to play Elden Ring with only echolocation? How would they have to redesign the game for that to work?
Or like a LiDAR system.
Oh no.
Oh god, I just made myself sick thinking about that.
Maddie sent me a video of this girl that's playing through it on a DDR dance pad.
That's...
Those people make me so fucking mad because when I see them beat bosses before me, it's like, what the fuck is my problem?
What is the purpose of my existence if not to suffer?
Maddie sent me the video, and she's like, got the DDR pad set up, and I forget exactly what she said, but she's like, yeah, I decided to set it up this way because if I went with this other format, it would have been too easy. And I just looked at Maddie and I was like, too easy? Do you have any idea how hard these games are with just a regular-ass controller or mouse and keyboard? These games are difficult. What is she talking about?
She is my 13th reason why. This is awful.
There's also, I think I saw someone beat Elden Ring, not Elden Ring, Dark Souls 2 with a Guitar Hero controller.
Which is a feat in and of itself because Dark Souls 2 fucking sucks.
Yeah, that's why I specifically highlighted it was the second game.
you guys...
Nightshade Polymon get itself caught in a trap by itself?
It's on the other side of the map getting its ass kicked by ghosts, man.
Yeah. Go on.
Fucking, have you guys ever played any sort of game with a Guitar Hero controller?
I play Guitar Hero.
Well, yes.
I play Clone Hero.
Yeah. But, like, have you ever played, like, for example, Dark Souls 2 with a Guitar Hero controller? I played a few games when I was a kid with it because I thought it'd be a funny little thing to try with, like, my friends as a challenge. Mm-hmm. Let me just tell you, it is... The fact that someone was able to beat those games on a Guitar Hero controller is impressive because do you know what the analog stick is on the Guitar Hero controller?
I'm assuming the whammy bar.
It's the fucking whammy bar.
Yeah.
It's so crazy. And so if the whammy bar is not pressed down in any way, you're like rotating counterclockwise at max speed, and then the more you press it down, the more you'll start rotating clockwise. So you have to balance it in order to not rotate.
Just donate the already hyper-firing neurons in your brain that most people don't have to do something like that to like science or something because we need to research that.
Yeah.
Humanity will become better if we understand how to harness this type of brain power.
I'm just locked in on beating Dark Souls 2 in particular with this because like there's so many fucking things about that game are so fucking bad. I can't get over it. Chiefly the fucking adaptability stat. My god. And if you haven't played it, the way adaptability works is they reworked healing and your iframes to be tied to adaptability. So when you start off the game, you have low adaptability, which means your flasks and the gems that you pick up that can heal next to nothing.
Great.
And your iframes are insanely short. So you need to get something crazy like 40 adaptability to be at like Dark Souls 1 iframes.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, and that's just the start of my complaints with that game.
And another thing.
Well, okay, well, all right, I guess I'm full on fucking rant mode now. And the other thing that they fucking added, which sounds so cool on paper until you're trying to farm something, is that mobs have a certain amount of times they can be killed before they despawn. And, like, they're gone forever. But again, there's certain items that are like really good for certain builds that are tied to these types of mobs. So you just, if you don't have high discoverability or you're just unlucky, there's just certain builds you cannot possibly use because the item's gone. It's so fucking aggravating.
I feel like we've been fighting this damn thing forever.
It's not tempered, is it?
No.
No, definitely not, because the rewards weren't purple.
Oh, trap time now. It's ready to be caught.
Alright, I'm gonna stop hitting them. I don't want to accidentally screw it up.
I have never heard of the term as the crow flies. What are you talking about?
Your choice of diction perturbs me, Mr. Cannon. This one's fun. Alright, so we all know the word ejaculation, right?
No, can you explain it to me?
I'm a hands-on learner.
So ejaculation has, you know, the sexual term, but you could also use it like in replacement of the word like exclamation. And I convinced my brother to use that word because he didn't know what it was. I convinced him to use it in a book report when he was 6th grade.
Oh, you villain.
It's very funny.
I'm about it.
Are you telling me he ejaculated in front of his entire class?
Did.
Dear God.
It, obviously, like, no offense towards you, but and you guys were like relatively sheltered being brought up, so I feel like most of the people in the 6th grade class knew what ejaculate meant. So just
Very true. You're very right. Nice, I got the mantle.
Nice.
I got the mantle. Yeah, I got everything I needed. Now I just need Gajao whiskers. I think so, like those little fish things in the wildfire waste.
The highly carnivorous catfish.
Yeah. That was a long hunt, and I feel like we weren't necessarily messing it up. I don't know.
I wasn't really. I brought kind of like a fuck around build, so I wasn't really trying to deep sit. I just thought it was
fair.
funny. I was wielding a giant halberd made of monkey fur. Oh, I remember my first time fighting Rajang. It was a sobering experience when it grabs you.
Yes, that crab attack is absolutely absurd.
What do you mean it could tetherball me into the ground?
you'll be happy to know,
I
Cooper.
made
Go on.
a video a while back, like when Connor and I first played through Iceborne. I took a clip because we had set up barrel bombs because it had like gone to sleep, and it woke up somehow. Like I accidentally woke up, and I went, "Oh fuck!" And it immediately went into the grab attack after the wake up, and it grabbed me and fucking spiked me into the barrel bombs. I've got the fucking video somewhere. I will find it and send it to you.
That's incredible.
It is so fucking funny.
Oh.
You'll be happy to know I just crafted my first set of items.
Found out that Nick plays the game, as well as Connor, I should say, on Ultra Nightmare Node because they don't ever craft or ever apply anything that helps with damage resistances.
Why?
Well, I can't apply things that I can't apply things. I use a bleed. My sword has bleed on it.
No, damage resistances. I'm talking like pickled liver and shit.
Oh, because if I don't get hit by the effect, I don't need the resistance.
Yeah, but you've been getting hit by the effect, right?
I'm to say, I mean, I'm pretty sure in a hit to not hit ratio of your entire gameplay, I think it leans heavily towards hit.
Right. But see, you're missing the magic. If I spend 600 pulls on a boss, by the end of those 600 pulls, I'm going to be pretty good at not getting hit. Mm-hmm. In theory.
Just a game theory.
You know what? I'm not going to lie. I did tear up a little bit when Matt Pat said he was retiring.
Mm-hmm. It was bittersweet for all of us. But I can also respect not wanting to be on the internet anymore.
I don't want to live on this planet anymore.
Oh boy, I'm glad this run through Ian Litham. I'm getting so many fucking Smithing Stone 5s because these fucking stupid piece of shit mobs. God damn it, dude! I hate this fucking game.
Uninstall.
I have a friend that will go into a blind rage whenever he gets like, whenever something happens in a game that he doesn't want, and he. This happens a lot with Call of Duty. He's like, this game sucks. I don't know why anyone plays this game. It sucks. I hate it. And then 5 minutes later, man, I'm having so much fun. The cyclical rage cycle is it's brutal. That's
about where I'm at. Because it's not even a boss. It's just the fucking Fellowman looking dudes that have like the environmental effects. And in particular,
I hate those guys.
It's the Frost one that's fucking me up right now.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Did you want to do that one again, or are you just gonna go get Gauju Whiskers?
I gotta go get stupid ass catfish whiskers, as well as prized hide. Do you know what that comes from?
Prized hides.
Fuck!
Yeah.
Alright, I'm going back to typing this fucking paper. Fuck this. I'm not going back to typing this paper.
Prized pelts, you mean?
I think that's what it was. Let me check my wish list. I'll give you the exact name.
Prized pelts.
Yeah, prized pelt.
You can get them from Kelbies, Popos, and Antekas.
Okay, cool. There's Kelbies here in the Wildspire Waste.
I can confirm at ERDTREE level 19, it still doesn't matter. They still hit like fucking trucks.
I found the video of me. So I kind of misremembered it. Connor was planting bombs behind me, and I got hit with the grab attack, and the Rajang said, "Oh, bombs, A," and just fucked me with the barrel bombs.
Oh, let's see this.
I sent it to you too, Nick, if you care.
What's your name again?
Huh?
What's your name again?
Clyde.
Oh my god. Jesus! You hate
Talk about...
to see it, but you love to record it.
I know. That, going back to our earlier conversation, Turbo is getting turbo fucked.
That's called being stripped out. Good lord.
That was our very first time fighting a Rajang.
Your first time fighting Rajang was Furious Rajang?
Or I guess it was technically Furious Rajang that we were fighting.
Or was that's not. That isn't Furious Rajang, is it? I don't think so.
Well, maybe it was like one of our first. I don't know. This is recorded in like 2019. I can't remember too good.
No, that is a Furious Rajang. Because it doesn't have a long tail, unless you guys already cut it off. No, yeah, that's a Furious Rajang. Good lord, that's your first time fighting it, and
I think it was.
It decided to turn you into its personal finger puppet.
Yeah.
Emphasis on finger, I guess.
Or like barrel puppet.
Oh no, I forgot about the... Oh. Damn it. There's a little thunder one up ahead. I think the architecture of whatever the fuck this area is called, Inilithum? I don't know how to pronounce it. I think the architecture is really cool, regardless of my ineptitude to pronounce it.
Damn.
Damn.
You just had to put it like that, huh?
We're gonna pop the Wondrous Flask. Okay, doesn't matter.
Does Maddie have an aversion to ham or potatoes?
No, quite the opposite, actually. Especially potatoes.
Just checking, because I didn't want us to make dinner and all of a sudden she'd be like, "This is the worst thing ever! You're trying to kill the baby!"
Yeah.
I'm gonna try running past them, see if
Poison
that
her.
works. I feel like these two mobs just aren't worth my time. I'm gonna try running past them. This is dumb. I hate it.
You're not worth the time nor the energy.
I was just trying to prevent the Kelby from running away, so I shot it with a red pit and it died.
Ow. Ow. Ow.
My leg! My leg!
Oh shit. Oh, I almost missed.
White liver. Gross.
And why is
Yeah,
it
you,
white
you
liver?
essentially performed an organ harvesting operation on it, and then it gets up and walks away.
Yeah.
Several days later, you see a Kelby walking around extremely jaundiced because it has no liver.
I think a liver's overrated anyways.
Monster vivisector.
Monster organ harvester.
Yeah.
That's essentially what you're doing.
Yeah. Funnily enough, the title changed, but the gameplay didn't.
Did either of you jump on the Cyberpunk 2077 hype train?
When
I
the DLC
I wanted
dropped,
to so bad.
Just, when the game was coming out.
I did not know.
When it initially came out, yes, but when Phantom Pain came out, I wanted, or not Phantom Pain, what was the
Phantom Liberty.
Phantom Liberty? That's what it is. When it came out, like there was like several other games I was also wanting to play, so I just ran out. I just didn't have time.
I still know some people that are diehard Cyberpunk fans. It's a fun game, and we all like Keanu Reeves. I hope.
Yes. And Idris Elba, right?
Yes.
I hate this fucking game.
I like both, but I think I'd be more excited for Idris Elba. I love that dude.
Yeah.
The thing that is shocking is there's like a rumor floating around he might be the next James Bond, which is interesting for an obvious reason I think I don't need to say out loud.
Is it because he's
But
old?
like, I definitely understand. Like, he's got the aura for James Bond.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, my brother did. He really did like Cyberpunk. I know that game launched pretty roughly, but you're saying it's worth checking out.
I would say it is. If you like a strong narrative and good gunplay.
I do like a strong narrative.
I mean, to be fair, it's one of the few games I've ever played where you have to save a man because his cybernetic penis is malfunctioning.
Yeah.
That's so cool. Game of the year.
I'm still really disappointed in Starfield, man. My disappointment will never
too.
stop.
Can I just get my fucking Elder Scrolls, please?
Yeah, actually, hold on. Let's go back to that shit real quick. That fucking hot take. Saying that they keep rehashing fucking Fallout when Skyrim's been ported 11 fucking times.
It really has.
Yeah, if it is again a cockroach because it will not die.
I've gotten 3 versions of Skyrim for the Switch when I've gotten 0 versions of Fallout 4 for the Switch, and I'm mad about it.
But it's Skyrim.
Because again, hot take, I don't think Skyrim's a good enough game to justify that.
I would absolutely agree with you. Now, if this was me in 2011 watching the game come out for the first time, I would
Oh yeah.
attack you on sight.
Or Cooper today because he's insistent it's a solid RPG.
I like it. I like Skyrim. I fucks with it. I like how much of a blank slate that is, and I can pretty much do whatever I want with it, mods and all.
Yeah, and that's why I like it is because of the customizability of the game, but the fact that they drop the DLC and then just continue adding new ports and definitive editions, Game of the Year editions that don't really do anything else other than fix some bugs, kinda, and then everything else just kind of stays as is. For them to justify porting the game for that long instead of just letting it coast on its merry way is kind of a injustice to the series as a whole. Like, go forward and innovate new ideas for the IP.
My issue
Because clearly they can do it. Like,
Yeah.
Elder Scrolls has very interesting settings and lore and all kinds of stuff. I would just like a little bit more without having to log in and pay $60 every 3 months for Elder Scrolls Online.
Real quick, there's no way that who I think is ahead of me is ahead of me. Do I have to fight this bitch again?
I don't know.
Oh no.
Alright, let me make sure I got everything I've...
No, and my issue with Skyrim begins and ends with the fact that it calls itself an RPG. Like, they didn't have to call it that because it's not really an RPG anymore, in my opinion.
What is it to you then?
I just think calling it a sandbox is fine. Because
There's a big sandbox.
all of the...
But I mean, you are role-playing as the last Dragonborn.
Sure, but like all of the... Hold on. Did you get summoned by Lita or no?
Yeah.
Alright, I'll do it then. It was very difficult for me to go from Oblivion, which is like very heavy on RPG, to Skyrim, which like you don't really play a class anymore because you can just do all of the things and it doesn't matter. None of the races have a particular advantage over the other in any builds because they scale back on like those bonuses.
There are some that are objectively better though. Like, it's actually kind of insane how good Dark Elves are.
But even that's like kind of moot in minute in comparison to like how it worked in Oblivion, where like orcs still take increased fire damage, sure, but not to the degree that they did in Oblivion, where it's like if you saw an orc, even in it didn't matter how much health he had, you just cast fireball at it a couple times and it was dead because it was an orc. I don't know. I just feel like they took way too.
Here's the thing.
In
Oblivion, I can't have a hot vampire girlfriend and also be a werewolf. So checkmate, libtard.
Shut up, furry. I think but you know what you can do?
I used to like, because I was a cringy little teenager with nothing to do. I used to definitely like, whenever I'd go into the character creator, I would come up with headcanon for this character. I'd be like, okay, I'm gonna be like a pretty sick ass cleric member of the Dawn Guard. I'm gonna like focus strictly on like exterminating all like undead that I come across, and I'm gonna rock nothing but the Dawn Guard armor, and I want Dawnbreaker as my weapon and a sick ass crossbow. Cool, I think I got everything I need.
I tried to figure how I could break the game or make it as ludicrous as possible.
Oh yeah.
I remember getting maximum stealth and one-handed weapon build, so I could
Get the 15%.
yeah, well, just so I would like stack different types of potions, so I could essentially just two-shot dragons by sneaking up behind them and getting backstab damage.
Yeah, stealth and stealth archer were broken. It's because one of those skills was like you could unlock and it would do like 15 times the normal damage.
Well, that was for melee.
Absolutely a ridiculous modifier.
Well, I think that because that was for melee in particular, but I think the problem is the way they applied the range modifier of like 6% or the 6 times was it applies both to the bow and to the to your arrow. I think instead of the collective.
So it would stack on top of itself.
Yeah, so your 6% ended up being way fucking bigger.
Jesus fuck.
And then I found a mod that turns all the dragons into Macho Man Randy Savage, so, I mean, can't really compete with
Yes, I know that mod. I know it well. We're well acquainted.
Oh, fuck off!
that. Now,
Man, Nagakuga's armor's cool, but my whole ass is hanging out of it.
What's your point?
assless chaps. It's all about movement, man.
There we go. I just hadn't put on the greaves yet. We're good.
I need to hear you take the stance that that Maddie took. Like, oh my god, my character is so dressed like a whore. Look at these chaps.
Yeah.
I cannot abide by this.
What did she say? Modest is hottest. I think were her direct words.
Modest is hottest.
Yeah.
God.
She didn't like my character. Babe, the Nerkagante armor is the best armor right now. It's not my fault.
I can't help that I have 2 hams hanging out the back.
And they are steamed.
Steve hams.
I feel kind of bad.
Why?
I don't want Lita's sword. I just wanted her to not act like a bitch.
Okay.
I wonder what she spent all that time reading, anyways.
Lusty Argonian fan fiction.
Ooh, get him.
She reads cosmic horror stories within the cosmic horror setting that she lives in. She's reading the color of outer space, or Jesus, not the color of outer space. The color from. You know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna stop talking.
Insert Cthulhu mythos here.
Oh,
The
I know.
color out of space. Thank you.
That is definitely not what I thought you were referencing.
Oh yeah, so I did finally start reading. I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream.
Oh, where are you right now?
Basically they're using. Oh fuck, what's her name? Is it Beth? They're using Beth as like, basically like a method of pleasure in this terrible world. That's basically about as far as I've gotten. I think I'm like maybe a third of the way through the book.
It gets so much worse.
Yeah, I could tell. It's headed down a very dark path. Let's see, what has he done so far? That is. He's put them in like a storm that like flung them around for days and like stripped off their skin.
Yep.
Which is pretty nasty. God, you know, it's actually kind of crazy. If I started picking up the book, I know exactly what's going on, but now that I'm talking about it out loud, I can't remember the names of characters. I think it's Mike. Is extremely paranoid and keeps insisting that he's the only one who's been unaffected. Which makes me think that he's not a reliable narrator and he has been affected quite badly, and I don't know. Hang on, let me make sure I get the name right.
We call that Dunning-Kruger syndrome.
Yeah.
Or Dunning-Kruger effect.
We explained Dunning-Kruger to someone recently. Who was that?
I must scream. I don't know. Was it Connor?
Did Connor take Spanish in high school? No, he took German. I don't know. It was someone that took Spanish because they were like, oh, I can.
Ted. It's Ted. I know why I thought it was Mike, but it's Ted. Go ahead, Nick. I didn't mean to interject.
I'm still trying to. Oh, that's where it was. Okay. No, it's the.
Ejaculate.
It was someone that took like Spanish 1 or something like that, and said that they can like. They can like half-ass their way through Spanish. There's Spanish speakers if they had to. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was definitely Kevin. He said it wasn't that hard. Like, Kevin, if I dropped your ass off in the middle of Mexico, you're fucked.
Wait, what was the argument he was trying to make?
Nick, do you remember what his position was exactly? I don't want to misquote it.
He was implying that he could it was an argument that I just took too literally because I'm stupid. He said he could half-ass speak Spanish, and I was like, so you're saying you can speak half of Spanish? And then him being him, he doubled down on it and he said yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah, and I said you fully understand literally 50% of the most spoken language in the world, and he said yes. And so you're like, dude, we know you can't. And then I think they can explain the Dunning-Kruger effect to him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I said
right now he's at the first peak on that graph. Overconfidence.
Yeah, because when I was talking to him about it, I was like, I took college level German, and I don't think I could speak half of German that exists. And he's like, oh, you should pay attention. I was like, what? What?
The hard language.
I think
Especially compared to Spanish.
What anyone needs to realize when they're jumping into a new language is not only is there like the basic forms and the advanced forms of it, but there's also dialects based on where you go, based on geography, and that completely can throw off your game.
Well, yeah. And German has the added fun of like there's different. There's a fourth. Not form. What's the word? Instead of like past perfect and
Tenses.
Yeah, that's the word. They have a fourth one where it's the past. It's a past tense, but you only use it in like professional settings.
Mm-hmm.
And learning the conjugations for those as well was really aggravating.
Don't speak to me about conjugations. I hate that. I will say, I don't know who invented Spanish or if it was invented by like one guy, but I appreciate them because they made it about as structured as it could possibly ever be.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's like, here's the word, right? And like this, for easy, it's like a star, which is like to be. And then they have like 6 different conjugations for it. 2 of them you like never use. Mm-hmm. And that's pretty much the rule for every word ever. And all you got to do is just learn the meaning of each word and then remember your conjugations, and you're good.
Then there's English. We have these set of rules, but half of them don't apply when you invoke certain words. And then there's just things that they don't tell you about.
Yeah, we have no rules in English, really.
Yep.
Oh, that's why English is so frustrating for me, like as a class, because like I'm a very math-minded person. So English not having rules, like I can speak it, just being able to identify the parts. Like growing up, I would like get like a C in English or something like that. My dad would just talk the biggest shit. Well, you speak the language. Like how do you not have an A in it? And it's like, okay, then you fucking tell me how this shit works, Dad. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Parents just don't understand. Am I right, guys?
I was quite the opposite, actually. I was more. My best subjects in school were always languages and history. I cannot, and still to this day, cannot grasp math. I hate math.
I love it because the thing I like about math is that like once you learn the rules, that's all there is the rules. It's like this formula you use this way 100% of the time. You do not ever change how you use this formula, and I like that. It makes the lizard part of my brain happy.
Oh my god.
I'm also
Big
at
math has gotten to Nick. Let me guess, you also believe in a spherical Earth?
please stop.
Christ.
I had to take a break from take a break from TikTok because I don't know how I did it, but I somehow ended up on Flat Earth TikTok, and like every other day I get like the huge like 20 slide posts about explaining how round earthers are stupid, and like every once in a while one of the frames I'd be like, okay, that makes sense, but the only reason it makes sense is because I know I'm too stupid to understand why it actually works this way, and I can't confidently refute this point. And like I'd read through the comments, and it's just like the most asinine thing I've ever read. Like I look at these people's like their profiles, I'm like, there's no way this person has a better understanding of this than I do. I refuse to believe this.
Well, here's the thing. Like, the way I've always understood it, you know, is like they believe in like a math that's like separate than ours, like a different way of measuring and like testing things. But that form of math has not proven a single thing right. Meanwhile, the standard empirical data that we use is what we've built civilization upon. So I think I'm going to take my chances with what we know. Thank you very much.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like that's the thing I'm implying. Is like I know what you're saying is wrong, but I don't know how to explain why it's wrong, even though what you're saying to someone with no knowledge is convincing.
Well, I mean, you have to abide by the rule of idiocy is not being dragged down to their level and beaten to death with their logic or lack thereof.
And champion of the festival. Oh no, Cooper.
Very true. I know where you are, buddy. You got it, buddy.
I'm at upgrade level 20 now, so.
Oh yeah, you should one-shot him. You should definitely just one-shot him.
There was another. I think I may have mentioned this before in a previous call or in some conversation before, but there is a subsect of people that believe that the sky is underground.
Oh, hang on, what does that mean?
Like we are like the entire everything that we see right now is we are underneath a giant like construct.
Wow, so cool.
Like we're mole people, but we somehow receive daylight.
Oh, that's so
And
fucking
the people that
cool.
believe these things because to them they're just living in like a much cooler world than we actually live in.
We don't want to detract that from them.
Yeah.
We don't want to reveal how boring the universe actually is.
This is so fucking cool.
I know, it's so cool.
I'm so fucked, but it's so cool.
They got to the final boss.
This is the final boss? No shot. There's no way this is the final boss.
I believe it is final boss.
That's peak Elden Ring right there. It's getting your ass handed to you, being like, I love the way you're doing it.
Kind of paints Nicola in a completely different picture than what I was expecting as well. Like, everything that mentioned Nicola in the base game was like that he was very kind and compassionate and was kind of going to be like the savior of this world. You know, everybody loved Nicola, and so when he disappeared, people were like really despaired, like, what the fuck happened to Nicola? Well, Nicola, you know why everybody loves Nicola?
He lied?
Kind of like put a fucking charm on everybody so that everybody would like him.
Alright. So I know the white mask is like part of my build. It's what makes my build work, but I'm not wearing it. I have to wear Radahn's armor. Oh.
Also, you might have pieced this together already because you're there now, but that's actually Moog's body in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so fucking cool.
I think so. I need a better bow. This bow doesn't. It don't do shit.
Getting
It gives me power coatings.
Getting to this boss now makes me feel really bad for the people who are not going to stick this DLC out.
Are your glitter shots not doing it for you?
No. I'm right now. I'm just fucking around with my build. We're getting ready to leave here. I think to come see you and Kristen. I'm pretty sure we're supposed to be there around 5ish, right?
You're
Okay.
say I'm gonna do a bit of tidying up too.
Actually, oh,
I want to take a quick shower.
Also, you're going to hear a lot of "this is a work in progress" because this whole house is a work in progress.
I totally understand. No judgment here.
Once we feed you the lore behind this place, it'll be pretty interesting. So, there is
It's gonna be like Elden Ring level lore. Like it runs layers deep.
a jungle is involved.
Okay, now I'm really interested. That sounds awesome.
I am so insanely excited for this fight. I cannot. Oh. It makes me want to take his swords and like go get a thing, the fucking the larval tier, and respec to have his weapons.
Do a Radon fight.
Yeah.
Do you finally get to fight Johnny Elden Ring?
Yes.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, pretty much.
Well, his cousin. I bet we eventually fight John Elden Ring at some point.
Elden Jimmy.
I think because there's no way this is going to be the only DLC. I think at some point we have to fight Mikola.
Hopefully.
Would you stop pulling me in, you fucking dick?
I'm shocked nothing ever became Godwin. But that's just me.
Well, again, I'm like fairly certain we're gonna get more DLC.
I would love that very much.
I don't know that FromSoft has ever, if they've done DLC for a game, I don't know that they've ever just done one.
Alright guys, I'm gonna head out. I'm gonna go get ready and then I'm headed over to your place. Alright.
Alrighty. I think that's probably cue for me to help Kristen because she just got home as well.
Alright, cool. We'll be there soon.
Sweet. Later.
Right. See ya.
And was it Nick? I forget. Was it you that turned me on to the Mountain Dew bard stuff?
The which one? Maybe?
Did you? I don't know. All I know is just that someone in this friend group introduced me to Mountain Dew Hard, and oh my god, I love it so much.
Oh no, that probably wasn't me. I haven't tried it yet.
I think it was Drew, actually.
All right. So, if you want to do peak level trolling, next time you talk to Drew and Anthony, call Anthony Anthru and call Drew Druthny. Because for the longest time I couldn't remember which was which, so that's what I devised. Mm-hmm. And Drew doesn't mind as much as Anthony does, but it's a fun time.
Anthony's just like, stop calling me that. I will flinch you. Alright, well, you say you're at the final boss?
Yeah.
Have fun fighting Radon, I guess.
Sorry, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to spoil it if you didn't know already.
Oh, no. I like I said, I've watched a couple playthroughs of each fight, and wow, that fight is a lot.
I'm still stuck in. I'm like having like a nerdgasm about it. This shit's so fucking cool.
Have you made it to? Have you made it? You've fought in them before, right?
Yeah.
Did you make it to the second phase?
Yeah, I've beaten. This is the only boss in the game so far I have not beaten.
Okay.
To include both versions.
Holy shit.
But oh god, dude, it was, and Radon base game is probably one of my favorite fights.
Oh, he's ridiculously fun. I feel bad for that poor fucking horse.
Oh, Leonard?
Yes.
Cooper kind of tilted me last night because we were talking about the summons. Sorry, I'm not meaning to hold you up.
That's okay.
But I was talking about how it's a fun fight, and like it's like one of my achievements is like I did it with no summons, and he refused to believe me. But the thing is like I stream everything I'm doing in Elden Ring, and I made clips of it. So like I have evidence that I did it, but he refuses to believe I did it with none of the festival participants.
I mean, good on you, honestly. All right, I need to get going.
All right, see you, man.
I will definitely catch you around.
All right, see you, buddy. Okay, well that one hits me from behind, but ooh, shit. Alright, this is a high energy fucking fight, man. There's a way to dodge that. Oh, it's such a cool fucking fight, man. Okay. Okay. Bosses in this DLC are either one shot or they. Yeah. Nope, I don't know why I did that. All right, phase 2.
Lord brother. At long last you are returned. Tarnished one. Aspiring lord of the old order. If you have known sin, if you grieve for this world, then yield the path forward to us. To I, Nicola, and my promised consort, Radahn.
Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. I'm fucked. I wonder if this is gonna be a 3-phase fight. Oh, that's so fucking cool. Okay, I gotta learn that dodge pattern too. Okay, you can't dodge out of that. That's my move. Okay, I don't know how I thought of timing on that one. Oh, timing again, damn it. Fell out of timing again, fuck! Oh no, the timing on this. Oh, it's so fucking cool. I don't know why I died on that one. Yeah, I guess I can just go use it from there. Okay.